Alright, we're inside the portal now, and as you can see it's nice and dry, which is always appreciated. Some nice timber sets here. They're very solid looking. And pretty crumbly rock, so I can see why they are here, to be sure. But like I said, they look really solid, so don't think we really have any concerns in this section. So let's get into it and see what's ahead. Bats. She looks like a bird. I'm still going. This is a long one. Very long one. Looks like we got the pipes up above for water and air. And looks like we've got a fault here, given how flat that is. Yeah, see how that transitions right there? From the flat to getting all jagged. And like I said, I have to keep walking, but it just keeps going. Looks like another fault right there. And it looks like there's something up ahead. Some kind of junction or something up ahead, it looks like. Okay, walking for a while, and what I thought was a junction actually just looks like a bend. Looks like they must have greased the rails here. See all the grease stains on the ground. And around the bend. Oh wow, just keep going again. Wow. I hope this gets to something eventually. Given how this is just going on and on like this, this has to be a haulage at it. Although it does look like we're coming up on something here. There's some rail going off to the right. And an ore chute right there. Here's a look at this rail going off to the right. You can see they greased up the rails again here. And so I've got a couple workbenches here. And some bats. There's a bucket of grease right there. And looks like there's more right there. Let's see, looking down this way, it goes for a ways. And looking down this one, that also goes quite a way. And it looks like that you can see the ore chute dumped out some debris right there. Well, right hand rule, gotta go right. Just look at those grease buckets. Pretty nasty. But they do the job. Some gloves right there. And there's like some drill steel right here. Let's see where it goes. Looks like another long straight at it. Still going. There's a very slight bend right there. Kind of a dusty looking rock. And here it's sort of unusual looking. And either bends up there or that's the face, or a face. We'll find out shortly. Okay, I see a big, looks like a big timber set right there. What do we have here? Got some stuff on the ground. Really gnarled up piece of drill steel right there. And cement. Okay. Got stuff going up ahead that way. And we got stuff to the right here. And the remains of some rail that ran off to the right as well. So there must be something back here. See some pipes here as well. More grease cans. Looks like another workbench. And something we'll find out shortly what's there. Looks like there was a shelf here, or a place for them to hang their equipment from. Let's see what's up ahead. See, there remains some pipes and stuff down there. And let's see. Texaco. Continuing ahead, got some ground fall here, as you can see. And let's see. This is backfill, actually, I believe, because they just ran back there, and it's not like this is coming down from above. Oh, actually, I was gonna say I thought it might have come down from above. No, it's just a bunch of gypsum crystals right there, and also here. Pretty impressive. So yeah, they just tossed a bunch of backfill in here. That's what this is. And going ahead. Okay, that stops right there. And this stops right here. We just came from checking out that drift, and now we've got this one in front of us. We've got this timber set right here. See the lagging there, and some shelves here. And all right, we got a lot going on here. That is caved from, I don't know if that's a stope or was an ore pass or what. This runs off that way, and then okay, this is simpler than I realized. This just stops right there. However, looking above me, check that out. Wow. That is a brilliant blue. See some quartz up there too. Man. Some of the quartz right there. But that blue is impressive. Man. This face just stops right here. There's some more of this blue back here. I'm not sure if that's copper or not. Looks like copper, but I could be mistaken. I don't know if copper gets that brilliant of a blue, but I'm impressed. Got some nice reds up there too. And some more quartz. Pretty impressive. This is certainly one of the more colorful adits that we've visited. Okay, we've got this here left. There's some more blue for us. And more quartz for us. There's a lot going on here, geologically. Okay. Box right here. There's a little dynamite box or what? Just a little pocket they cleared out there. I don't see any writing on the box. And there's nothing inside. Oh, here's some writing. What does that say? Oh, it's upside down. Tipping this over. Huh, looks like machine parts. Alright, continuing on from that. Keeps running straight into the left. Another little pocket they cleared out there. Looks like exploratory in nature. Another quartz, run of quartz right here. You can see why they went back there. Sure, they took some samples back there. Yeah, actually you can see right there. That's from a large core sample. It's much bigger than your standard drill bit. More blues. Hope you guys aren't getting bored of those blues. I'm pretty impressed by them though. And all along here and above and over. Pretty cool. Okay, got a big tank right here. It's probably for air, I'm assuming. See the pipe junction right here. A ladder right there. Oh, and looks like this is probably the end of the line for us here. Maybe not. Okay, looks like it goes up and bends. So that means we need to go up and bend. I just climbed up from down there, and the drift continues just a little bit farther and stops right there. That's the face right there, and there's nothing interesting on the ground. I can see better without without sticking the camera in the way, and there's nothing in there, so nothing of interest that way. However, we're sliding around here, looking up here. There's a raise headed up here, and that's not too steep. I'm going to try climbing up that. I'm definitely going to need both hands though, and I can't tell if it just stops up there or if it keeps going, so got to find out. So I put the camera away and scramble up there. I just climbed up the raise from down there, and I'll tell you what, that is a workout. There's a little pocket that just runs off right there and dead ends. You can see the pipe running up here. Directly behind me, the raise comes up and just terminates here. See a little bit of drill steel right there and some wire, and that's it. Going around the other way. Sorry, I gotta do this a little bit carefully because you can see how steep this section is that I'm balancing on, and it's kind of hard with actually both hands occupied, one with the camera and one with the light, so bear with me. So this side of the raise continues up and just dead ends there. So that is it for this raise. Seems like they were looking for something more than chasing anything, but you never know. Anyway, I'll head back down and head back to that main junction where we first turned off. That's the section we just explored where I went up the raise and we saw those really beautiful colors. I am back at that junction where we first turned right, that being the way I entered the mine, and we have the ore chute and this adit taken off that way in front of us. That ore chute's actually in really good shape. And it's got a metal gate here in front. It's plugged, of course. As you can see, I still see lots of pyrite in those rocks too. And looking ahead, just long and straight like the other section we've seen. Oh, there's a manway here heading up, and packet of Carlton cigarettes here. I wonder how old those are. Does anybody know how old Carlton cigarettes are? I don't even know who owns them. Huh. Anyway, you guys are probably more curious about this raise, or this manway here. I am too, actually. Let's see how this looks. Stretches up there. That doesn't look too crazy. I'll try going up at least to that point where it goes vertical and see how it looks up there. Now that I'm up here, this is looking a lot worse. It's all caved right here, and it goes up to that rotten section right there, and all kinds of debris is caved down on that. Well, what's left of that platform right there, which could also have been the side of the ore chute here. So that's pretty bad ground up there. And looking at the ore chute here, that's not very comforting either, because if you look through the cracks, it is completely plugged. And it is full to the very top with rubble. It's actually incredible how much weight these ore chutes can withstand. these old timers, the miners, were really, really good craftsmen. I can't believe how much this is holding. But that said, it is, as much as I have respect for their craftsmanship, this is pretty dodgy. So I am going to get back down and head down the drift, or head down the adit. That is the ore chute and manway that we just checked out. And now we have this main adit we're following here. And as you can see, long, straight, very consistent theme in this mine. I probably can't tell on the camera or on the screen yet if you're whatever you're watching this on, but it looks like there's some ground fall or something up ahead. So we'll see what that's about. Still going. Man, there's a lot of pyrite in this mine. So yeah, there's a fair amount of ground fall or backfill or something up there. We've got a little cubby right here. I'm not sure what this was for here. And a little pocket crosscut here. So, continuing on. Looks a bit rough up there. Another little pocket cleared out there. See the rail in front of us here. Branches off to the right. You know what that means, with the right hand rule. Ooh, that looks ugly right there. And again, keeps going straight that way. We've got a big box right here. Probably held explosives at one time. Yeah, I'd say so. So got some fuse cord down there. I don't see anything that would indicate age though. So let's head down this right branch and see what it has for us. It has some mangled rail right there. And looks like what happened here. We have a backfilled chamber right here. Not sure why the rail is so mangled right there. Carrying on this way. Now this looks like a pretty significant cave-in. Somewhat unnerving. There is a drift that runs right back to there and then stops. Oh, you can see the that's that soft material that caves so often, and as it did here. And the adit, or the drift, runs right back there and stops. So I am glad that I don't need to go under this. So let's head back to that main adit. Alright, we just checked out that section, that sketchy section, and there's that explosives box right there, and things keep running this way. So got some ground fall here as well, and there's a raise right here that runs up to there. I don't trust those ladders though. Those are pretty rotten. So fortunately this is as much as we can see for that section. And this is interesting what they did here. There's a piece of rail that should be right there that's missing, so it looks like the rails suddenly get really wide. But it's actually just a piece of rail that's missing. So this runs back there. Looks like it may stop at a collapse there. This heads off that way into a timber set. Looks like the ground is a bit sketchier back here. But the right hand rule is the right hand rule. Oh, here's a here's a look up that that raise, another raise, but obviously the one we just checked out ties into it on the right there. So it may just actually not go very far. It may just go up there. So we may not be missing much at all. Okay, so getting into this, it's a pretty big pipe in front of me here. That just ends right there. Cleared out pocket right there. Looks like some old ventilation pipe right there. There was rail in here at one time, but you can see they've ripped it out. You can tell it was here because you can see the divots where the ties were. Old ladder right there. And, oh man, that's looking really bad up there. These are obviously pretty old workings. You can tell by the state of the timbers. You know, they just went outside and cut a tree down and slapped it in here. A fair amount of ground fall here. This is all ground fall. The rock doesn't look too bad, but obviously it's got some issues. It's neat how they just hacked that timber out with an axe. Oh, good. This drift just ends right there, fortunately. So we'll go back and head back to that section where the timber sets were. That is the drift we just checked out with the dodgy ending. And then this is that section of the timber sets we saw. So let's go see what is in here. Nice looking timber sets. Really nice looking. And, oh, that's cool. There's a wrap around through there. Oh, there's an old newspaper here on the ground. Sometimes these can be very interesting. Northrop machinists, definitely help wanted. Drill press operators. Let's see. Still trying to find a date. Help wanted male. That's interesting. That's very politically incorrect. It says help wanted male. So apparently they only had male electronics engineers. Research engineers and research analysts. Still looking for a date. Northrop aircraft. Alright. Carrying on through this twisty section. Ah, wow. Look at that lagging. Those are some pretty old logs. Again, you can see they've been hacked out with an axe. Pretty rough and raw through here. And up there as well. That's really neat looking. Look at these, wow. Those are really, really cool looking. Looks like that's a newer one. And that one, man, look how old that looks. That one right above us looks really, really old. And oh, these are all old through here. I mean, come on, look at this section right here. That is nuts how old that is. I mean, you can just, I don't know, maybe because I've seen so many timbers, I mean, you can just tell when they're really old and weathered, and these are definitely in that category. I'm impressed. These have been repurposed from something. You can see the notches in them up there for something. Obviously these are newer, these must be rehabbed through here. And got an ore chute right there. And I'm not sure what else yet. Of course it's plugged with some crumbly material, which is probably why that section's timbered. No manway or anything, but you can see all the rock jammed in back there behind the ore chute. So that is definitely under a fair amount of pressure. Some more really old timbers on the ground here. Really old stuff. What do we have here? Old Kodak film. Huh. Alright. Let's keep going. Interesting, you've got this modern or modern-ish timber and then this really old one here. But it's still doing its job, looks like. Huh. Okay. Keep getting distracted by stuff. That's actually obviously holding back a lot of bad ground there. Got the remains of an explosives box here. You can see the DuPont right there. And yeah, this is obviously a section with some bad ground. Carrying on. Opens up a bit here. The timbers went away. So presumably we've got better ground. We lost the rail. There's some more old timber here. Those are so old, it's unbelievable. Man. Keeps going. Back into some timber sets and more up here. Got the remains of an old shirt here. Surprised the wood rats haven't gotten after that. They like that sort of thing usually. These look like newer timbers. And by newer, I mean these could still be, 75 years old. They really don't weather very much at all down here. Some, obviously I thought there might be some ore samples or something there, but it doesn't look like it. Oh man, that is ugly looking. Okay. Jesus. Oh man, that is bad. You can see the timber here is bowing out, and it's bowing out there. I'm definitely lowering my voice. I don't even know if I want to get through this. Jesus, this is bad. Well, I'll try and do so very carefully. I definitely do not want to touch anything here. Just looking back on that section I just went through, I turned the camera off because I had to concentrate because I really didn't want to touch anything in there. Looking ahead, it's a tiny bit better, but it's still pretty sketchy. Got an ore chute here, plugged. Man, this is bad ground. Even the ties are snapped and broken. Jesus, this is probably the worst I've seen in terms of timbers under pressure. This is bad. There's a pocket right there. I'm confused because there's an ore chute right here, and you think there'd be a large stope up above, but it's just this little pocket right there, which is tiny. Strange. Carrying on. Looks like things might be getting a little bit better. Man, that was really bad back there. Got another ore chute here. Got a manway here. I see a rope right there leading up. Oh wow, goes up a ways. And goes vertical up there. There's no way I'm going up this given how sketchy things are back here. You can see this ramp, or I don't even know what you would call this, ramp or skipway or whatever, but they would haul their tools and things up on this. This isn't very big, but they would drag their tools up there or other equipment, and then of course walk up on this side. And that goes up quite a ways. And I'm sure this ore chute is just stuffed to bursting. And we keep going. There's some cloth there. A little gas can. Looks like some old abused timbers cast off here. And maybe that was a stope or something at one time, but it has come down. Some old miners graffiti. I don't even sure what that means, probably. Sketchy section back that way. Let's see. We have a little pocket that runs off here and then stops. Look at some of the mineralization. And we keep running ahead this way. Got some more ground fall back here. And looks like that may be the face right there. Some blocks of wood and such here. And yes, that is the face right there. So that's it. Well, I've still got that really sketchy section to get back through. If I post the video, you'll know I made it. Just as I was about to turn the camera off, notice the Hercules powder, or the remains of the Hercules powder box. Alright, now I'm going to turn the camera off.